Hello everybody, my name is Frank Assessa and I'm the owner of this YouTube channel. And this is going to be a different type of video today, and I'm sorry I just woke up and my hair's not the best, but anyways, today I'm going to be telling you what happened. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. I posted a YouTube short about it right before the one where I cut potatoes. So I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, but you probably should watch it. And it'll give you a lot more insight on this. So yeah, let's get into it. It was a normal day. Well, kind of, but my aunt was watching me, and it's now the next day, and both my parents are coming home. It was probably 11 a.m. and I go out there and my mom got my guinea pig out in this kind of blue container thing, right? And basically I look at him and he doesn't look well. He wasn't really eating. He was puffed up and I was confused. I was like, what's going on? And yes, he was alive. And I was like, what is happening? But then, I learned later, when the guinea pig's puffed up, it means he's in pain. But I didn't know that now. So I told my mom, something is wrong. This is not right. He never acts like this. So I took him in my room. I was very confused. I was like, what is happening? So then I started researching. Guinea pig puffed up means he's in pain. All this stuff. Why is he not eating? And the results were not good, guys. So I literally said to my mom, we need to go to the vet to see what is happening, or the exotic pet vet, whatever. So after 2 hours of talking and waiting, we went to the vet. Okay. I didn't expect for him to live through this, unfortunately, but we took him to the vet and we were waiting and waiting. And they actually took him back there, and then we were waiting. And then they took us into this room, kind of like a dog vet room, but they took us into the room, and they were telling us kind of what was happening. So basically, what was happening is he was sick. Now, I'm not sure the specifics of like what the sickness was, but he was sick. He wasn't doing good, and there was a 50% chance of him making it out alive. So there was options we could do, like pain meds, all this stuff. I don't remember. It was like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, so there was pain meds, a bunch of other stuff. And again, this is why I said watch the short, because it was closer to when it happened, and I'll probably give you more detail. So he was sick, 50% chance of making it out. My mom, thank you, spent $500 on trying to buy this stuff for him, trying to heal him, and all this stuff. Also, I want to tell you guys that I have been taking a break because of this, but I am back now, and we're actually probably going to post another video coming soon about me and all my friends, Eli, Gabe, Roden Kingston, and me. But that's off topic. So anyways, $500, and thank you for that. So light went off. Anyways, so after that they took him in, and there's this feeding thing that you would feed him. It's kind of like a syringe, but it doesn't have a needle. It's just like a little thing. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but we were feeding that to him because he couldn't eat normally, and he didn't want to eat. There was like, I know there was a reason, but again, this was so like, it was 2 weeks ago, and I know it doesn't sound that long, but with all these specifics, it's so hard to remember all of it. So anyways, yeah. And then later that night, we took him home doing the feeding thing. He was not eating. He was just sitting still. So that night, okay, I wasn't going to sleep. I wasn't really, but I was trying to, but also trying to stay awake, but I was pretty tired. And he had the blue box, and it does not have a top. It's just a box, but with, again, no top. So it's just like this, and it's about like this high, the walls. So yeah, as I was saying, it was about this tall, and I was there, and my mom was already asleep. He had no water, no anything, and I was kind of scared that he was going to escape. I don't know why, but I was. So there's a top cage cover, because the bottom is actually just a travel cage because the top comes off. But I put that top on, I secured it, and it was all good. And I put water in it, I put food in it just in case, and I prayed. I literally prayed. I said, in Jesus' name, all this stuff. I was praying that night. I was doing all this stuff. But then after that, I put him back in the spot, and I went to sleep. This is the sad part. I woke up at about 2:20 a.m. and I see my mom getting up, and I'm like, what's happening? And she has my guinea pig in her hands, right? Turns out she woke up because he was violently shaking inside of that blue box, so like violently shaking. And basically, I was confused, but also I was like, I knew it was what had happened. So he had passed away because of that. I'm pretty sure it was a seizure, but I'm not sure. So yeah, that was what happened. It was devastating. It was very sad, and I felt so sick. I did not feel right. I felt sick, and I don't know if any of you guys have had that feeling in that kind of time where you lose an animal, but it's just a very, like, sick feeling, and I don't know. It was terrible, like, the worst thing ever. But, yeah, so then we cut a chunk of his hair off, because we have this picture frame where we cut all the hair off and put it on of our different deceased animals, and I draw pictures of them, and we put the hair on the pictures with the picture frame, and it's pretty cool. But I did that, and I didn't put the hair in yet. I just put it in a bag, put it actually in this drawer right here. And then the next day I wake up. Okay, my mom put him into the freezer that night, so he's now in the freezer. And yeah, I think, yeah, it was a Sunday, so I had school the next day, okay? And for all the people watching this, that I went to school with that day, you guys, I actually had some people, because I told some of my friends, some of them actually coming over tonight, Ronan and Kingston and Eli, and I actually didn't tell Kingston yet, but I told Ronan, Eli, and Kingston, and Gabe. Gabe was the last one. I don't know why, but he was. So I told them, and they were like, you don't seem sad. And one of the things is, so I was very sad. I just don't like to show my emotions actually at school or in front of people, but I was very sad that day, but not as sad as someone would normally be. And that reason is just because, like, I kind of knew this was going to happen as soon as I saw him sick like that. I was like, this isn't right, and I had that kind of feeling that it was going to happen. So that was that day. But then on Wednesday, my mom took him in on her way to work to get him cremated, okay? Light turned off. To get him cremated, and so she took him in, and you have to wait a while for it to happen. So I was waiting like a week, and I went back there I didn't see the place yet, but I went in there to the cremation area. It is so quiet in there. Not any noise, not TV, not anything, just quiet. And there was a front desk with all these bags just lined up, these bags right here, these bags all just lined up. I don't know, it was really weird. But in that bag is this right here. Right there. This is the bag. This is the certificate of cremation. So I'll actually open it for you guys. So it comes in this little blue thing right here. So, yeah. So right here, it's in this thing right here. You guys can read it if you want. Certificate of cremation. So it was on 26th, the day of November, 2025. So yeah, it was about a week after. So that means it definitely happened in November. But the exact time that Peanut was deceased was 2:21 a.m. I'm pretty sure, or 2:22. But yeah, so in that you could pick different urns. This is the urn I got. This is actually him. This is the actual cremation box. But this is it right here. So, I think it's pretty nice. It's kind of like it's a wooden kind of, box kind of thing. But on the bottom, there's these screws that you could take out. And there's a little, very tiny bag full of the actual ash. But, yeah, this is it. And now we are going to skip ahead a couple of days, a couple of weeks, okay? It's been about, 2 weeks, so maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. Again, I don't have this perfectly, but let's just say we skip ahead like a week or two. This was actually yesterday that this happened. So, I had a babysitter because both of my parents are at work. So, she gives me a present, a homemade custom stuffed animal of my guinea pig, which is super cool. That is just so cool. So, yeah, but thank you for that. That is, it's pretty cool. It's like the exact replica, too. It's pretty cool. So, that is the full story. So, to you guys that made it to the end of the video here, thank you so much for all your support during this journey. And from here on, it is going to be a harder journey now for, I don't know for you guys, but definitely for me. So thank you to all the 1,500 of you that subscribed. Thank you for that. And let's try to hit 2,000 subscribers because we have lost a couple. So we're trying to work up to that 2,000. And I promise you, if we get that, I will do the craziest video. I'm already planning a video in Alaska that we're going to do in July of summer. So that's probably when that video will come out in July, of summer. But it is going to be an amazing video in Alaska. So instead of just the eating snacks video, it'll be an actual video in Alaska. So thank you everybody for watching the video. And make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on another video. Goodbye.